Hi, I'm Ray.
And I'm Jeff.
And this is Learn to Live Outside. Today we're in delicious South Eastern Saskatchewan, home of the Canadian government's largest inbreeding program, and we're going to tackle the great sport of hunting.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why would anybody come to Saskatchewan? It's full of gappers, it smells funny, and it's the home of the riders. But it's a great place to blast some wildlife. Now, when hunting in North America, you need a tag or a permit for the animal you wish to hunt. Those can be purchased at your local gas station or post office.
In Saskatchewan, they do things a bit different. They use what's called the Gapper Honor System. You simply use your home computer to print out a picture of the animal you're trying to hunt. For demonstration purposes, I've printed out a picture of the elusive Venomous Plains Rabbit. No actual photos exist of this animal, so I have an artist rendering.
Now, when going out for a day of hunting, there's some essential safety gear that you want to take with you. A canteen, because trudging through the bush is hard work. You're going to get dehydrated and you don't want that to happen.
And here's a hot tip on a cold day. You can find these jugs of blue water outside any gas station. But remember, blue water won't freeze, pink water will make you hallucinate.
You want to have a good hunting knife with you. This one, more of a multi-tool. It's got a slingshot on it. There's actually a fishing rod tucked into the back here. And there's a safety whistle on the top in case those Saskatchewan family reunions get a little out of control.
Another important aspect of hunting is the truck. You don't want to be dragging all those delicious animals you've killed back home to the wife to cook, because that's exercise. And exercise is a great way to get yourself a heart attack. So what are some of the things we've got to consider when purchasing a truck, Jeff?
Some things to consider when looking for a hunting truck. You want a good sized box to put the dead carcasses in. Something like this on the front, custom fabricated wildlife decimator. Now, as you can see here, what we've gone with is a 93 Mazda B2600 4x4. A good, solid, rugged little truck.
Now we got a great deal on this little truck because it's equipped with the world's best anti-theft system. It's completely worthless. As I come down here, you can look at these 31-inch mud tires for getting you off the gravel. And a good thing, on the inside, this truck is equipped with an active oil return system. After the engine's done using the oil, it returns it to the ground from whence it came. Some environmentalists say that this is a bad system and causes damage, but who's to say what's right or wrong in this world?
Another fairy tale brought to you by Mother Goose himself, David Suzuki, Ray. Now, this truck has many good hunting options. As you can see here, we got wing mirrors. Good for taking the wings off birds that are flying a little bit too close. Across the top of the bumper here, we have a custom light setup. Everybody knows that if you see a deer in the ditch in the middle of the night, turn on the high beams because it'll scare them back into the bush. Right?
Now, like Jeff mentioned earlier, this truck is equipped with a custom bumper. This is great for when you run out of ammunition out in the field. It's also got a real snazzy set of hunting stripes. Camouflage are real good. Well, Jeff, you ready to do some hunting?
Thought you'd never ask, buddy.
And now we come up to arguably the most exciting part of hunting, your firearm. What we've got here first is your classic over-under shotgun. 2 barrels, 2 triggers, 2 shells, 2 balls. Coincidence? I don't think so. This one's got a lot of stopping power, but not a lot of range. Next up, we got your tactical shotgun. This one's small, light, not a lot of strain. It's great in those tight situations like your own living room. And this is what you want under your bed when the zombie apocalypse comes.
So, we just went over shotguns. Shotguns are great, they got a lot of stopping power, but they don't have distance. Next up, we have rifles. This is the best of both worlds. Stopping power and distance. Now, what we have here is a .303 British. It's an authentic World War II rifle. It once took a shot at Hitler. We all know how that panned out. Now, it has iron sights on it. It's very, very accurate, but it's hard to see things that are far away. So, we come to something a little bit newer. This is a 270. It's got a composite stock on it. It's very lightweight. It's not hard to carry through the bush. It's a bolt action rifle, and it has a scope, which is great for seeing the animals that are way across the field. And hot fact, This is great for spying on the chick down the street that likes to change with the blinds open. Now, if you're heading out for a day of hunting and don't want to make a big bang, you can always kick it old school with a bow.
Environmentalists actually endorse bows because they don't harm the environment while you're harming wildlife.
Now, bows have come a long way from what they were. They used to be just a standard recurve bow. Now we got compound. Makes the draw a lot easier. They're made out of composite material, so they're lightweight. They have explosive tip arrows and carbon fiber string.
And finally, if you ever find yourself running out of arrows, you can always go with option B. And now it's time to get down to some actual hunting. I like to travel light because I don't like getting bogged down in the bush. Canteen of water, a good set of boots, and my rifle, and I'm ready to go. I've got my trigger lock on because I don't want to misfire.
Now, as you can see, unlike Ray, I like to take a lot of stuff with me. You never know what Mother Nature's going to throw at you, and you can never have too much equipment.
Well, you ready to go, Jeff?
With the amount of equipment I'm carrying, I'm ready.
Look what we found here. It's a cormacin. The pioneers used these as a tuning fork for their fiddles at the barn dances. Pretty neat, but not that rare. Well, this looks about as good as a spot as any. I'm gonna try and sit here for a bit and see if I can sight anything in. And now we've come up to calls, which are a great way to attract wildlife. I've got a modern design here, top of the line, just bought it yesterday off the internet. It's called a Jahornik, Icelandic in design. It's got 57 different animal calls programmed into it, and to switch from predator to prey mode. Jeff's somewhere else with a traditional Australian call. What do you say we give him a try? And now we've come up to the age-old tradition of baiting while hunting. There are two very important aspects while baiting. The first of which, bait selection. You're going to want to choose something both high in sugar and high in fiber. Those cold prairie animals are going to be craving this. Now the second most important part is camouflage. I'm going to show you step by step how to set this up. So step one is to find yourself a good spot, somewhere where you can see the prey but they can't see you. Now in Saskatchewan, there's no such thing as a good spot, but much like the education system here, there's okay. Now step two is ensuring you have the proper gear. You're going to want something that'll keep you warm, safe, and able to hide. Here's Jeff with a demonstration. As you can see, he's got a snorkel to breathe under the snow, goggles to protect his eyes, and a machete for close encounters of the furry kind. Are you ready to go, Jeff?
I think I can, yeah.
Step three, simply place your bait firmly where you're going to be. Now step four is to get in position. Jeff? This is where a partner really comes in handy. It's just that easy. As you can see, Jeff's completely covered. No prey is going to see him hiding here. And the best part is, the slightest vibration will cause Jeff to pop up and attack. And so we've reached the end of another day here on the prairies. We've covered guns, we've covered ammo, we've covered having a good time. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of Jeff and myself for joining us today on Learn to Live Outside.
And remember, when cleaning your gun, never stroke it too fast because that can lead to premature discharge.
So it's the end of another day of prayer. Come on! Who the f stole my frosted flakes?